God has promised to bless the preaching of his word. We're living in days where increasingly the ministry of the word is being edged out in many places by other things. And so you're getting less and less. We are being told now, when I was first converted, it would not be unusual for most pastors to preach for 45, 50 minutes, even an hour, and nobody complained. But today we're being told, don't make it more than 30 minutes. So that the emphasis on the word of God, and obviously the gatherings for prayer, and I'm thankful that I'm now in a church in Deeside where I have that emphasis, where we have regular, faithful, pastoral preaching, and we have a wonderful praying congregation. I think sometimes the emphasis today is focused too much on getting the people in the world inside the church, instead of focusing upon the people who are in the church going out into the world. And I think, I'm not quite certain about this, but I think throughout my life I've seen more people come under the sound of the gospel through the personal witness of believers in their home and in their place of work than I have through any other outside activity. Yeah. And I, my wife and I visited every door in Cumnock when we were there. I've engaged in open air preaching. We've done a lot of these things, and I'm not undermining those, and I'm not discounting those. But I think the emphasis should be more upon people's character being changed by the word of God as they're nurtured, and then they go out and they gossip the gospel, and their personal relationship brings people into a knowledge of Christ. That's what's happening. There seems to be a casualness about worship and a carelessness. And casualness and carelessness are not spiritual qualities. And we have to recognize the sovereignty and the majesty and the holiness of God when we as believers come to worship him, so that if people do come in, they can see and feel that there is something very, very different here. And I think that's what we need to focus on. And that comes through believing prayer